Have you ever felt like an observer in your own life, watching from the sidelines as the world goes by without feeling a part of it? Do social gatherings and intimate relationships seem more like daunting tasks than enjoyable experiences? If these questions resonate with you, you might be experiencing traits of Schizoid Personality Disorder, SPD. Today, we're diving into the top 10 signs that could indicate the presence of SPD. But before we unravel the mysteries of this complex condition, remember to hit the subscribe button to stay updated with our latest content. Let's embark on this journey together, unraveling the layers of SPD. Number 10. Social withdrawal. For individuals with Schizoid Personality Disorder, SPD, solitude becomes a sanctuary. Unlike introverts who seek alone time to recharge after social interactions, those with SPD exhibit a fundamental disinterest in connecting with others. Their preference for isolation is not a choice but a necessity, deeply ingrained in their personality. They often navigate life minimizing social interactions, even when contact with others is unavoidable, such as at work or family gatherings. This behavior is not due to shyness. Instead, it's a pronounced preference for being alone, reflecting a profound detachment from the social world. The motivation behind this withdrawal stems from a desire to protect oneself from human relationships' complexities and potential disappointments. Consequently, individuals with SPD might find themselves living in a self-created bubble, one that is difficult for outsiders to penetrate. Number 9. Odd beliefs. Individuals with Schizoid Personality Disorder often possess a rich inner life characterized by unique, unconventional beliefs or fantasies. These beliefs are not mere quirks or eccentricities, but integral to the individual's core identity, providing a crucial escape from an alienating reality. Unlike creative imagination or daydreaming that many people experience, the odd beliefs of someone with SPD are deeply rooted in their perception of the world. These can include elaborate fantasy worlds, unusual interpretations of social norms, or idiosyncratic philosophical outlooks that significantly diverge from mainstream thought. Number 8. Indifference to criticism or praise. A striking aspect of Schizoid Personality Disorder is the individual's profound indifference to external feedback, whether criticism or praise. This indifference is rooted in a deep-seated detachment from social norms and expectations. For someone with SPD, the value placed on societal measures of success, approval, or disapproval is markedly diminished. This detachment means that accolades and achievements that typically elicit pride or happiness in others might be met with a neutral response. Similarly, negative feedback that might upset or motivate someone else could be received with the same level of disinterest. This indifference is not a sign of arrogance or self-assuredness. Still, it reflects a genuine disconnection from the social fabric that defines value and success. Number 7. Keep emotions to themselves. For those living with Schizoid Personality Disorder, emotions are experienced in a unique and complex manner. While they certainly feel emotions, there is a significant barrier between feeling and expressing these emotions to others. Sharing emotional experiences or expressing feelings is so foreign that it feels nearly impossible. This is not due to a lack of emotional depth, but rather a protective mechanism against perceived threats of vulnerability and intimacy. The preference to keep emotions private stems from a fear of exposure or the potential pain of opening up to others. As a result, individuals with SPD may appear cold or detached, not because they do not experience emotions, but because they choose to navigate their emotional world alone. Number 6. Care little about what other people think. For individuals with Schizoid Personality Disorder, SPD, the world is perceived differently. They traverse life with a unique lens that filters out the societal noise of opinions, judgments, and expectations. This detachment isn't a mark of high self-esteem or an unshakable sense of self. Rather, it indicates a deep-seated disconnection from the social constructs that govern much of human interaction. To someone with SPD, what others think or feel about them holds little significance. This is not out of disregard, but stems from an inherent indifference to the social dynamics that do not align with their internal experiences. This perspective allows individuals with SPD to move through life unswayed by the approval or disapproval of others, focusing instead on their interests and needs. Number 5. Have very few friends or confidants. Navigating relationships is a complex task for those with Schizoid Personality Disorder. The notion of friendship, often seen as a source of joy and support for many, becomes a labyrinth of challenges for someone with SPD. Their interactions are characterized by caution, leading to a significant limitation in the number of close, meaningful connections they form. Typically, the few relationships they maintain are with family members or a select few individuals deemed safe who respect their need for distance and understand their unique way of relating to the world. These connections, though scarce, are deeply valued, offering a glimpse into the possibility of companionship without the overwhelming demands of typical social interactions. Number 4. Don't often feel excited. The emotional landscape for those with schizoid personality disorder is markedly different from the norm. Where life presents a tapestry of highs and lows to most, individuals with SPD experience it as a monochrome continuum, where moments meant to elicit excitement or joy often pass unnoticed. This isn't to say they are incapable of feeling. Their emotional response is muted, filtered through a veil of detachment that dulls the intensity of experiences. Activities, accomplishments, and events that might inspire happiness or enthusiasm in others are met with a neutral, sometimes indifferent, reaction. This emotional flattening is a core aspect of SPD, making it challenging for those affected to connect with the world in a way that brings personal satisfaction or excitement. Their internal world is prioritized, serving as a refuge from the emotional demands of the external environment. Number 3. You have little interest in sex. Individuals with schizoid personality disorder often experience a significant detachment from the concept of physical intimacy. This detachment is not rooted in a simple disinterest, but stems from a deeper disconnection from both the social and emotional dimensions that are typically intertwined with sexual relationships. For someone with SPD, engaging in physical intimacy goes beyond a lack of appeal. It involves navigating a terrain that feels inherently foreign and uncomfortable. This feeling is compounded by the fact that sexual relationships often require a level of emotional vulnerability and connection that clashes with the inherent nature of SPD. As a result, individuals may either avoid sexual encounters altogether or approach them with a sense of detachment, prioritizing their emotional and psychological comfort over societal expectations of intimacy. Number 2. Prefer solitary activities and pastimes. For individuals diagnosed with schizoid personality disorder, solitude is not merely preferred, it is often sought after as an essential aspect of daily life. Their engagement with the world is characterized by a marked preference for activities that can be undertaken alone, ranging from solitary hobbies like reading, writing, or engaging in individual sports to professional pursuits that allow minimal direct interaction with others. This preference is not born from antisocial tendencies, but from a profound sense of comfort and satisfaction in being alone. The structure of their lives, from the hobbies they choose to the jobs they pursue, is deliberately designed to minimize the need for extensive social interaction, thereby allowing them to maintain independence from the social world surrounding them. This lifestyle choice reflects a deep-seated need for autonomy and self-reliance, distancing themselves from social relationships, complexities, and potential intrusiveness. Number 1. Avoid close relationships. At the core of schizoid personality disorder lies a complex dynamic between the desire for close relationships and an overriding need for emotional safety. This paradox manifests in a lifestyle where the concept of close, personal relationships is fraught with inherent risks that outweigh the potential benefits. For someone with SPD, the idea of forming deep, intimate connections is overshadowed by the fear of vulnerability and the potential for emotional harm. As a result, they often retreat into a world of imagined relationships, where the predictability and control over emotional outcomes provide a safe alternative to the uncertainties of real-life interactions. This preference for imaginary companionship over tangible relationships highlights a critical aspect of SPD: the struggle to reconcile the human need for connection with a profound need to protect one's emotional well-being. In conclusion, if you find these signs familiar, remember that understanding and acknowledgement are the first steps towards navigating the complexities of schizoid personality disorder. Awareness brings the opportunity for support, and even within solitude, there's a path towards connection. For more insights into the human mind and how to navigate its challenges, don't forget to subscribe.